Hello, everybody. Welcome to the preview of round 9, where we've already had one game played this week. It was Carlton defeating Melbourne by 1 point, although they were up by about 30 or 35 at one stage. Might have been 40, I'm not sure. So almost choked in the end, but they held on. Phoenix happy. Coley's happy. There are two Carlton supporters. Um, So good result. A couple of big scores from that game already, and they're all for the team that plays me. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's go through a preview. I just want to show you a couple of things on the website first. So we'll go through that, and then we'll start on the games. A preview of all the games this week. All right. So let's first. Just want to show you a couple of things that Michael's got here. I'm pretty sure it's the first time he's done it up this week. But if we have a quick look, you'll notice that on your team, you will see that there's a 3-game average and also their average. So, for example, Max King's average over the season as a full forward is 24.8, but his 3-game average is 10. Whereas if you look at the other way, Dylan Moore's average is 26.9, but his 3-game average is 34 as a full forward. So that's probably more of a 3-game average or current form compared to what they've actually been doing over the season. So some people have been on fire, some people haven't been that great at all. So that's just it gives you something else to go by when you're choosing your team. And then the other thing we just want to quickly go on, as of after next week's round, the mid-season trade or mid-season draft starts, so we can start making trades if you want to make trades, and that will kick in as of round 11. Or your new teams will kick in as around 11. So we start doing a mid-season draft as of next week, and the ladder after next week's ladder. And Michael set up the AFL draft page, where you've actually got in order of what everything is, so you can see who the best full forward is. Best full forward at this stage, Waterman. Shannon Mills only played one game, but then Ollie Harry, Tracy. Their best full forwards available. You can see who the best halfbacks are. Adam Tomlinson, who's only had one game, but then there's Josh Worrell, Mark Keane, Himmelberg, so they're probably all around averaging 50, and so forth. You can work it out from that. You can also do your watch list, put your players in your of all Hawthorn players. Good watch list. What a good watch list. But you can also do your watch list, and then you can obviously see who's been drafted, who hasn't been drafted. That's my team anyway, who are all a bunch of duds at the moment. So yeah, that's just the draft page there. So that's just gives you a bit, something else to go by to have a look to get ready for the mid-season draft coming up after next week's round, after round 10. But let's go to game day and go through a preview of this week's games. All right, so we might as well start here. It's first versus third. Sugars Daddies versus Gators Bitches. Pre-match projections: Sugar Daddies 406.9 pre-match against 361 Gators. So Sugar Daddies should win. And if you look at what's already happened, they're probably going to score 500 this week. Have a quick look at already. He's had Walsh, who's played 6% above his average and got 66 as a midfielder. And he's also had Petrarca, who's played and had a fantastic all-round game, kicked 5 goals, over 110 as a utility. Pretty good full forward score as well, and a half forward score. So you can imagine that he's going to play in one of those three positions. I think the best option for Sugar this week will be playing Petrarca as a tackler. I think he should play as a tackler. Whereas I had Kerno play, I played him interchange, and he would have got more than likely. If he comes in anywhere, it's going to probably be a half forward or full forward, which, if you look at it, still a fair way behind what Petrarca's done. So with those ones there, but other than that, Max King. If anything, if Kerno goes to half forward, Dylan will probably go to full forward because Max King's been out of form, although he does play well against Hawthorn. And over here we've got Hogan and Norton, so one of them, or so wrong, so one of those guys are going to drop off. Bont hopefully has a good game against Richmond. Grundy versus Sherry. Holmes versus Walsh. Walsh has already got 66. Zorko, after his 31 kick performance, or 34, 5 kick performance, won't do it again, you'll think, because they had no players last week, so they were probably just trying to hold up the ball. Against Wanganeen Malera, who is a little bit down in form, but still got a pretty good average. And then Dale, who's been on fire lately, Harris Andrews, Nash's tackler, and Rao. Tackler, the Gold Coast, up in Darwin against North Melbourne, probably all humid, hot, so you think the ball will be slippery. Probably be a few tackles in that game. So that's that one. So Sugar Daddies, and then obviously he's got a few players to choose from. I've got bloody hardly anyone to choose from. Perhaps Nukin can come in, but and Jaden Short, not much else. Where he's got a few to choose from. You can see Lark in the forward line, Dixon, Days back, Ash. So all around, surely the favourite to take out this year at the moment. Sugar Daddy's expected to win, expected to smash Gators bitches, first versus third, but it won't make a difference. Sugar Daddy should extend the lead at the top if you look at projections. We'll go to the next game. Might as well just go in order here. It's 10th versus 8th. It's Bombers Forever, 365.2 projected. Rangers Anonymous, 370.5 projected. Have a look at it. No one had anyone tonight. Looks like Kenner hasn't looked at his team just yet. Did have a couple of players tonight. Cherry got injured during the game. That's why there's a little medical thing next to him because he got injured. And Pickett didn't do too much either. Whereas over here, Sparrow as a half forward got 39, so missed out on that score. Yeah. He's playing Hawk Francis interchange tomorrow. Kenner probably should put someone as an interchange tomorrow. It's don't forget there is 2 games tomorrow night, so I don't know what he's going to choose. Even the early Saturday game, who knows? Maybe put Jeremy. I don't know. He can choose. His team's back. Walker versus Cameron. Stengel versus Baker. English and McGluggage. They're all about the same. All of them. Look at that. Those averages are all the same. Even the rucks, Riley O'Brien's got. That's the difference in the projections right there. Riley O'Brien. Butters and Callahan. Now, how's Callahan going to go? Because Cornelio's back now. And Sheasel and Neil. Neil's average seems a bit down, but I'm pretty sure he's doing better than that. Sorry, English utility goals, and then he's got Stewart as the halfback, Flostine as the halfback as well, and then Wines and Rowbottom as the tacklers. And obviously got our interchange players. So Harley Reid playing Sunday. I'm pretty sure Kenner needs to take him out and swap him with someone else. Either way, pre-match projections, it's 365 to 370. Rangers Anonymous expected to win that one there. Go next game. It's Seek and Destroy. Already had one player play today, and George Hewitt was the sub. Obviously, the news did not go through to Flossie in time, unless Michael told you on time, so it's not Michael's fault. So Hewitt was a sub, only got 14, and Clayton was the interchange player who might come in as a mid. No, might come in as a tackler, actually. 41 as a tackler, maybe put Steele somewhere else. That's pretty good. We're over here. No halfbacks because we want to see how Jai Clark goes tomorrow. And other than that, McDonald and Bolton, Danaher and Goulden, Parrish and Marshall, Nank versus McInerney. So all pretty even in scores, to be honest, right there. Brayshaw and Crouch, even. So that's going to be the big leg down there because the projections on that one was 321.5 to 364, but no halfback selected. So his average is about 47, 48 as a halfback. So you probably put him in there. God's Olympus is projected to win that one, especially now because after tonight's game, his projection has dropped down by 28. So, and then still obviously in Hayden Young, who's been on fire this year, having a really good year so far. So options to choose from. Well, if you looked at his team, he probably could have put Oliver in there and then played Duncan as an interchange, maybe. Will Powell's not playing for about 5 or 6 weeks because he had misconduct. And Sicily's out for Michael. Yo's out for Michael. So he's got to choose a few to choose from, Hinge or whatever it might be. So a couple options there. But God's Olympus, 9th. You would think, barring injuries, is going to get the win over Seek and Destroy. Because that's going to be pretty... That's going to hurt him a little bit, you would think. But you never know. Some Danaher might kicked 6 goals against the Crows. Who knows? So that's that one. Seek and Destroy versus Gods Olympus. You would think at this stage Gods Olympus will get the win. So that's two teams in the top five should lose so far this week. Let's have a look at the next one. It's 6th versus 7th, close on the ladder. Rangers Anonymous will be looking to get. Well, they will. They will. Rangers Anonymous, if they win, both teams. No, Top Guns might not get through if they win because of their points for. But if Renegades, not Rangers Anonymous. Apologies. Top Guns won't win if they get the win, but get in the top five. I've just ruined this completely. Cut. No, anyway. Top Guns versus Renegades, 6th versus 7th. Whoever wins will be level points with the top five. If Renegades win, they will move into the top five based on points for. Or if Top Guns win, they'll just be out on percentage, you would think, depending on how much Maltese Falcons and Punters Paddock score this week. There we go. I had to say it quietly to get it out properly. Pre-match projections. Renegades favourites 396.9 over Top Guns 384. Blake Acres was an interchange tonight and probably wouldn't get a game this week. DeConing as a ruck got 17. Pittenay got 24, so he was down by 13%. And over here, Wiedering as a halfback got 53 and didn't get a run either. So after projections, 3 points, Renegades dropped by. So Langford against Papley. Interesting, Langford against GWS. Interesting to see how he goes. It is at Marvel though. Papley over at Freo. Freo are very, very tight defensively. Callie's been pretty good as a half forward recently, and Heaney, who's been the best player in the comp. Merritt and Anderson, pretty good utility battle, that one. We've already gone the rucks. Witts is up against Sherry, so see how he goes. LDU versus Diggin. Martin and Laird. Blakey and Ryan. Let's see if Ryan gets his 31 kicks. He's just he's kicked little chip kicks to each other in the back line. So fantastic for stat reasons, but it's just so boring to watch. Where Blakey, he kicks and runs. It's pretty exciting as a halfback. You got Dudley and Drew, and then Houston will be interchanged tomorrow night with that one. So, I mean, Toby Green's not getting the game. Interesting, that one. So he's been benched completely. He has been out of form. Whereas over here, a couple of players are back. Luke Jackson's a sole ruck, but he has not got a game because obviously Witts is in there as well with that one. So Top Guns projected to lose to Renegades. However, big game because the winner could be in the 5 at the end of this week. Let's go to that game where someone will possibly be knocked out of the 5. It's Maltese Falcons currently 5th against Punters Paddock currently 4th. Projections has Maltese Falcons getting the win at 382.7 to 366. Both players have had players play. If you look at the projections after this week, however, projections 356.3, they've dropped by about 26 points, whereas Punters Paddock have gone up by about 5 points. And the reason being is because, that's an interesting one. Harry Mackay was down 70%, only got 12 points as a full forward. Whereas Stephen May as a halfback was up by 2%, got 56 points. Cripps, well, more than likely going to go in the mid, probably take Bonner's spot. He got 68 as a midfielder, 105 as utility. Big choice to make there for Fennick. 105 utility, 60 as a mid, 56 as a follower. Halfback, tackle 38. No, he's probably going to go as a ruck, as a utility, or a midfield, you would think. So it'll be interesting to see which position Fennick takes there. If that's the case, it puts his projection back up by at least 20 points if he goes in the mid. So good choice to make, or good worry to have that one. We're over here, Elliott and King. King is half forward against North Melbourne. Warner against Freo, Green and Dawson. I'm just going to see if Green's allowed out or not. Gorn got 50 in the ruck, up 16%. And Meek's been on fire. Up against Rowan Marshall. Probably will get hit outs against Marshall. Marshall will probably beat him around the ground, but he will get hit outs. Trelaw is just a ball magnet. And the Dacos boys up against each other. Newman, halfback, was down 5%, got 45. And Acklands as a tackler. And Sinclair is the interchange playing on Saturday afternoon. Other options, there's a few there, but not really anyone's going to take the spot of that team. We're over here. Fritsch didn't do much tonight. And Viney would have got 54 as a tackler. Missed out on that one. So yeah, he's missed out. 54 as a tackler, 96 utility. So he's someone who's missed out. So unlucky there. So on projections, this is actually going to end up being fairly close, you would think. If you look at the projections now, both teams are about even. So big contest to stay in the 5. The winner will more than likely go second, whereas the loser will possibly get out of the 5th. So good game. So let's have a look at the round and what's coming up for this week. If you look at the fixture, that's the AFL fixture. We don't want our fixture. We want the squad fixture. 2 games tomorrow night. It's Geelong against Port Adelaide, and then Freo against Sydney. Hawks play St Kilda on Saturday. Essendon play GWS on Saturday. Richmond play Dogs Saturday night, and then the Suns play North on Saturday night as well. That's in Darwin or TIO Stadium. And then Collingwood play West Coast on Sunday, followed by Adelaide versus Brisbane. With those games, we'll just quickly have a look at the weather. Now, here's the weather this is that AFL ratings that Mick put me on last week. Now, I'm a bit skeptical about this now because, as you can tell, it said today was partly cloudy, and it was cloudy, but it bloody rained all night tonight, and it doesn't say anything about rain. So whether this is accurate or not, I don't know. But it says here it's going to have a bit of rain tomorrow for the Geelong versus Port Adelaide game. It says here that tomorrow night in WA there is going to be morning showers, possible storm. Now, does that mean it's going to rain during the game? I'm not too sure. Maybe I need to go back to my old system. Hawks and Tassie look like it should be alright. Essendon's at Marvel doesn't make a difference. Richmond Saturday night should be okay. Well, Gold Coast it's not going to rain. Oh, sorry, up in Darwin it's not going to rain. Collingwood, that doesn't matter. And then Adelaide shouldn't be any rain as well. So tomorrow there looks like there could be some rain for both those games. But as I said, keep an eye on it yourself. Alright, so we're going to end it there. Sugar, I think you should play Petrarca as a tackler. I think that's your best option, is to play Petrarca as a tackler. Besides that, everyone, good luck this week. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Happy Mother's Day to those guys here that identify as mothers, or to your wives or girlfriends or whatever you got, if they're mothers. And we're going to Monster Trucks on Saturday, and hopefully the Victory get a win also on Sunday. Anyway, see you guys.